I started it at 410. That's what Reek
Cool, yeah.
told me to start it at.
This what Keita sent me on Big U when she got mad about him not talking to her behind what her mama put up on Facebook about him and Nipsey when she said, fuck the nigga and this nigga wasn't paying me none of this money. He working with the police direct. This nigga the police, what else he telling them and all this crazy shit. Yes, Keita, since we talk about it, let's talk about it. Go ahead on. Let's go.
But check this out. GRYD. It stands for Gang Reduction and Youth Development. I'm about to show you some documents and I'm about to show you contracts. I'm about to show you these contracts is dealing with Big U. His real name is Eugene Henley. They're dealing with developing options. And you're about to see what's going on. You're about to see why Big U is arrogant. Why he keep his chest pumped up. Him and Wack. And Wack know everything I'm about to say, everything I'm about to show you. Wack know. He know. See, he backed up by every major city official in LA. Yes. Check this out. And Hassan Campbell, he did the right thing by recording him. He did the right thing because if he wouldn't have recorded him and he just put it out there, guess what? Guess what would have happened? He would have denied all of that. And he would have got into an argument and kept going and going and going. But he got set out there. So ain't no argument. You said what you said. Now the world hear it. And now the world finna see this. Check this out. This document right here. City of Los Angeles. You see what it say? Gang reduction. See what it say? And y'all can go, blow it up, go back and read it or whatever. It say City of Los Angeles. It comes from the Grid book. And these is documents from Big U's contract with his organization, Developing Options. It's the Gang Reduction and Youth Development Contract. He's the contractor. The contractor, Developing Options. This is what it says. The title, Gang Reduction and Youth Development. Said agreement is number C-126488. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. And then you see, this is just, I didn't put everything in there. There's like 200-300 pages. These are some of the, table of contents and everything. You got the contract summary sheet that was dated October 15th, 2015. The contract number is on there again, C-126488. I know y'all like, where are you going with this? You see the total amount, $555,000 for Developing Options, the contractor. Big U is the CEO of Developing Options. Developing Options contractor will provide gang intervention services in the 77th grid zone. That's the 77th precinct, LAPD, the police department. Okay. Here's something else that I want you to see. Chapter 2, Incident Response. It says Section 1, CIW, Incident Response Protocol. CIW is Contracted Intervention Worker. It states contractor, I already told you who that is, should provide 24-hour, 7-day-a-week incident response coverage for their contracted grid zone or secondary area zone. Okay, watch this. Contractor shall assign on-call CIWs on a monthly schedule and outline their assignments in the community engagement plan. CIWs shall have agency-assigned cell phones to ensure prompt response to incidents. Yeah. Check this out. Within 30 minutes of notification of an incident of violence, via RACR, law enforcement, grid office, community members. CIW will self-deploy in an effort to decrease community tension, reduce the probability of retaliation, engage the involved gangs and crews, and assist affected families and community members. It says the contractor shall contact grid office staff within 30 minutes of incident notification and exchange information to further develop their preliminary plan of action. Grid office staff will connect with law enforcement and collect the following initial information: incident date and time, incident location, address, grid zone, division, victim's information, name, age, ethnicity, suspected affiliations, victim's location, hospital, crime scene, law enforcement contact. Contact law enforcement when necessary to confirm incident details. This is the part that's encased in the red. Yes. This is what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? This is what Big U is doing. This is what he's doing. He's a big snake. A big snake. And then you have more documents. And you see where it say LAPD grid partnership. It says LAPD grid partnership meetings will serve to convene the grid intervention contractor. You already know who the contractor is. I told you that. I showed you that. Gonna show you again too. It says grid office staff shall schedule secure location. You need a secure location for. Send meeting reminders and facilitate the meetings. Grid contractors should ensure attendance by supervisory and other relevant staff. Yes, other relevant staff. Law enforcement command officers, captain, lieutenant, and or sergeant shall attend. Partners are to ensure the confidentiality of items discussed. Why are they keeping this confidential? The meeting shall serve to further enhance the communication and trust and collaboration between partners. This dude is a partner with the LAPD, the same people he be talking about. He throwing up neighborhood. He talking about he this and he that, but he partners with the LAPD. Yeah. I guess Wack 100 wasn't lying when he said Big U is one of the biggest snakes, one of the biggest kind of snakes you can find. He right along with him. Oh. Section 2 is talking about the triangle protocol. The relational triangle is comprised of 3 entities: community intervention workers, which is the CIWs, law enforcement personnel, when we start working with police, and grid office staff, which respond simultaneously to gang-related incidents of violence. And the way they find out is what I just read you. From the CIWs, they have to report. I read that to you. It's in the handbook, the grid handbook. The relational triangle combines the assessment and implementation of strategies by intervention contractors, the investigative and targeted suppression strategies of law enforcement, and the access to services and community organizing principles of grid office staff. Man. Now check this out. That's the pyramid. Grid, intervention, law enforcement. See what I'm saying? The protocol shall be exercised in all aspects of the intervention work, including but not limited to providing critical information to victims' families and community members, linking victims and their families to victim assistance programs, sharing funeral services, dates with partners, identifying hot spots, and developing peacemaking agreements. Yeah, they got to throw all kind of stuff in there, make it look real good. This dude worked for the 77 Police Department. check this out, though. It says, gang reduction and youth development. Intervention agencies that are contracted with the City of Los Angeles Mayor's Office of Gang Reduction and Youth Development shall comply with this scope of work and the accompanying Grid Intervention Services Handbook Attachment 4. Failure to comply with this requirement will result in non-compliance and may jeopardize your contractual relationship with the City of Los Angeles. See, he's in a contract with all them, and he has to provide information for all of them, what's ever going on in the neighborhood. Shootings, killings, whatever. Yeah. It says scope of services. Check this out. Incidents response. Contractor shall conduct 24-hour incidents response coverage in and around the grid zone in an effort to reduce gang violence or other violent crimes as determined by the grid office. It's a lot of things that it say. Contractor shall maintain the triangle protocol with the Los Angeles Police Department, LAPD, and the
That's
grid
what Keita
office
was talking
as
about.
described in the Grid Intervention Services Handbook. Ask him about that and see what he say. Ask him. Yeah. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. And look at this. This is contract summary sheet. This was dated back in 2017. I guess he started off in 2015. This is from the Mayor's Office of Public Safety. Contact person Eve Ledoux. Contract number C-126488. Yes, for developing options. Contractor name. Total amount $555,000 plus $460,000 equals $1,015,000. This is what's on that contract. This amendment increases the contractor's original budget by $460,000. So that means he did a good job. You know, he gave him a lot of information. You know, and as you can see right here, you have Eric Garcetti, the mayor. He's on there. Christopher Lee, deputy city attorney. You know, and whose name do you see? Eugene Henley. He signed it and he printed it, and he's the CEO. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure did. Yes, sir. That ain't all, though. I'm going to show you something else, too. It says, key points. Document active gangs affecting the zone. So that means whatever gangs is in that zone, in the 77 Division grid zone, he has to document that. The active gangs, things that's going on. Identify, develop, and implement strategies to engage active gangs. This ain't nothing but modern day COINTELPRO. Agent provocateur. We'll let you have developing options. We'll give you all this money. In return, you have to do this. It's always them ones. They always use them ones. Identify CIW gang engagement assignments. Document the license to operate of each CIW in respect to the gangs affecting the zone. They have many people. Man, this is in his contracts, though. This is from the Grid Handbook. But it's all disguised up under, we doing community activism. We making sure the kids is safe, and we curtailing violence in the neighborhood. Now you giving intel to the police. The Black Panthers never worked with the police. All the community activists, I know the real ones, they don't work with the police. Unless they really is something really detrimental, and then everybody know what's going on. All this stuff I read you, and this confidentiality, Nah, that don't be going on. Don't none of that go on at all. They give them telephones so they can get in contact with them. Yes, all of that. It's 300 something pages of this. 300 something pages of this, man. My gosh. Wow. You see these contracts. You see all of this. See how he was funded from the 77, from the mayor's office, 555,000, July 1st, 2018 to June 30th, 2019. July 1st, 2019 to June 30th, 2020. It goes all the way to June 30th, 2022. We ain't even hit June yet. So, it's been going on since 2015 that I know of, all the way up until now, man. And whose name should you see? Eugene Henley, again, on the contracts, along with the mayors and all of them. Yeah. This is crazy, man. This is very crazy. This dude is working with the police, giving them information on gang members, on shootings, on everything what happened. You can read this stuff yourself. This is in his contract. This is crazy. This is super crazy. But this is why he stick his chest out, because, like I said, he's backed by every major city official in LA. He's backed by the police department, the LAPD, the same people he talk about when he doing them interviews. Y'all notice he did them interviews, right? He ain't never mentioned this in them interviews. He tell you about developing options. Ask him about this in the interview. Ask him about this part.
Damn, why would Keita want to expose him for that? Why did she even tell you that?
She got mad at the nigga because he wasn't talking to her and all this kind of crazy shit. And she got mad. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this nigga, this. I found out this. Remember, she said she used to work in his office. This nigga was getting all this money, didn't give me nothing but gas money and all this crazy shit. She got mad. I didn't know none of that shit. I knew he had development options, but nigga, I didn't know nothing about all that shit. You know, like I didn't know nothing. I had never known nothing about no shit like that.
Yeah, for that to be your uncle, you think she wouldn't didn't know
I
shit
was
like
her
that
uncle
then?
too, though, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Nigga, that ain't no blood with no DNA bonding right there, bro. That's just words she said. I was her uncle too.
And I was
So
her brother.
Yeah, Rocky was her brother. She gave out his address. So that's what it is with her, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's Keita. There you have it. There you have it. You know what's crazy about it was this, right? She said, didn't somebody say she said she talked to Big U, and Big U said, yeah, go ahead on and speak your truth. All right, well, fuck you, Big U. I'm letting her speak your truth too, my nigga. So that's the game we playing. Cause Wack ain't got nothing to hide, nigga. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nothing I did, nigga. As they say, dishonorable. But there you go. Get back on the phone with a Big U. Holla at her, my nigga.
Da, 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 da.
Right. To go on there and say, Wack keep this on him and Wack. So this is what they doing. What they were. They that desperate, that mad. I'd rather niggas just play ball, bro, than play with confused. You saying you talked to Big U. Big U said go ahead on and do what you just did, and you go on there talking about niggas got guns on them and weapons on them and all this crazy shit. Then you send me the shit talking about Big U working with the police. I'm confused like a motherfucker right now, bro. Like, Keita, what we doing?
Hey, this is Crook. Can I say
Well,
something
hold on.
real
Who
quick?
was that said that Keita said she hollered at Big U before she did what she did? Somebody said that in the room.
She did say that.
No, she said that she talked to Big U. I don't know if she said it was last night or a couple nights ago.
Go.
And Big U told her, go with her move, just leave me out of it. I don't
But
want to have nothing
go
to do
tell
with
on Wack though.
Wow.
This now, Keita, you didn't told me this shit about Big U. I just ain't said nothing. You sent me this shit. I never knew this shit even existed like this. So you talking to a man that you didn't told me work with the police. That's what you saying. You sent me this shit about this man narrating this shit through paperwork. I don't know how he got it. And then you call the same man that you telling me work with the police and report street shit to the police to get paid, and you mad because he only gave you gas money. You call the same man, and this man say, "Yeah, go ahead on," and you go on the interview talking about Wack got weapons. I'm just trying to understand this shit. I mean, anybody following what I'm following?
Hell yeah, shit.
Hell yeah, trying to get
Police
your
shit.
ass caught up.
It sounded like this math ain't math or something.
Yeah,
So.
sound
Okay,
weird.
good
But
job,
go ahead
Crook.
on, Crook. Go ahead on, Crook. I'm just confused like a motherfucker right now.
Hey, Wack, my bad, man. I ain't mean it.
Nah, go ahead,
I
bro.
just based on, you know what I'm saying, all the conversations, I don't hear none of the usual voices that got something to say about, you know, people working with other people and shit like that. I don't hear none of them voices. They mad quiet. You understand what
Yeah,
I'm
oh
saying?
yeah. The
It was
one
just
talking about
laid
me
out.
working with 6ix9ine. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all these voices that was opinionated, I don't hear
Yeah,
too
well,
much
I'm right
response.
with you on that. Everybody talking about Wack, you work with 6ix9ine and you doing work with six shit. You right. Where everybody at?
For real. It's
Funny part
1,000
is they're not
people in
saying
here.
shit in the chat either now.
Silent.
You know.
I mean,
I mean,
snitches is
shit.
Oh, that
snitches
was
away.
different.
Keita sends me this because she mad at Big U. I could have been, Big U been saying shit. I've been ignoring it, whatever, right? Then she come and say, well, I talked to Big U last night. Big U gave me the green light to do this on Wack. And then you come on, you done already told me that Big U work with the police, report shit to police. This what you sent me this shit. I'm looking at you like crazy. I looked at the shit, didn't want. I'm like, shit. I mean, I know what developing option. I know what all that is. I know that's just coming. All that. I'm looking at this shit. And then you come tell motherfuckers in the room that Big U gave me the green to come do this interview on Wack and speak on Wack. And you come on there talking about Wack running around with weapons on. So did Big U use you to say that? So he can double back to go do what this man say. I'm confused on some real shit. Cause if that had been Wack right there, y'all niggas be fried, crucifying me. Selective politicking.